A man died, and his dog lay down next to him and also died. The man's soul stood in front of a golden gate with his dog's soul by his side. A mysterious man stood by the gate. The man who died asked, "What is this place?" The mysterious man replied, "You died. This is heaven. Now you can enter and rest in peace." The man asked, "Is there water in heaven?" The mysterious man said, "Of course there is plenty of water." "And is there food in heaven?" the man asked. "You will get everything you want," said the mysterious man. "But I have a dog with me." "I'm sorry, sir. The dog can't enter," said the mysterious man. "The dog will have to stay here." The man refused to enter the golden gate. The man with his dog kept walking. They saw another gate in the distance with a man sitting by it. The man asked, "Excuse me, what's behind this gate?" The mysterious man replied, "Heaven." "Can I bring my dog with me?" asked the man. "Of course," said the mysterious man. The man asked, "What was the other gate then?" "Hell. The only people who reach heaven are the ones who don't leave their friends." One day, a woman saw 3 men standing outside her house. She asked them, "Are you hungry? Would you like to come in? Is your husband home?" They asked her, "Is he here yet?" She said, "No, he is not." "Then we cannot enter," they replied. In the evening, her husband came home. She told him about the 3 men, and he said, "Go and tell them I am here. Invite them in." She did so, and they said, "We cannot come in together." "Why is that?" she asked. The first man said, "I am wealth." The second man said, "I am luck." The third man said, "I am love. Now go back and ask your husband which one he wants to enter the house." She told this to her husband, and he said, "Let's invite wealth." The woman said, "Let's invite luck." Their little boy said, "Let's invite love. Then our house will be full of love." They agreed and called the man named Love. The other 2 men also started walking toward the house. She was confused and said, "I only invited love. Why are you coming too?" They answered, "Where there is love, there is always wealth and luck." A man built a car on his own. He showed the car to his wife, and she said, "The car is ugly." The man tried to build a new car and put in a lot of effort. "The car is ugly," said the wife again. The man then tried again. He built a new car with the most expensive materials, and his wife said again, "The car is ugly." The man got angry and took his cars and drove them to a parking lot and left them with the car keys inside. The next morning, the man came to the same parking lot and noticed that someone had taken his cars. He didn't care and just kept walking. Later that day, he was passing by a car shop and saw his cars. A group of people in front of the shop were admiring his cars, and one man screamed, "I want to buy this car for $1 million. The man came and said, "I left these cars in the parking lot last night because my wife told me they are ugly." The owner of the car shop said, "I saw you leaving them, so I took them. These cars are beautiful, and we would like you to work for us to build more cars like this." They were just in the wrong place and far away from the right eyes. A little boy sat on a bench near a police station every day. One day, a policeman saw the boy and asked, "Who are you waiting for every day?" The boy replied, "I'm waiting for my dad to come back home." Every day, the policeman saw the little boy sitting on the same bench, waiting until night. The next day, the policeman asked, "When will your dad come back?" "Soon," replied the little boy. Days passed and winter came, yet the little boy still came every day and waited. One day, the policeman saw the boy was crying. He went to the little boy and asked, "Are you okay? Is your dad coming?" With tears, the boy replied, "A year ago, my dad went to war and died. The last time I saw him, he told me that he would come back here, so every day I come here and wait for him. I know that he will never come back, but the hope that I will see him again fills my heart." One day, a father challenged his son to spend a day without using any technology, just to enjoy the simple things around. If successful, the son would receive his father's expensive watch, passed down through many generations. The son, excitedly agreeing, unplugged from the digital world for a day. He spent the day walking, playing with friends, and swimming in the river. After that day, he was so happy and excited, realizing how much joy simple things could bring. What he didn't know was that the father had a sickness with no cure. When the day was done, the son returned, happy about the success. But the happiness turned to sadness when he found the father had passed away. A note nearby said, "The son, feeling sad, understood the deep message. Time goes by fast, and the simple moments are the most special. Don't waste your life. Appreciate every moment." A man dies and finds himself in heaven. He looks around and sees that in heaven everyone is full of joy, happiness, and kindness, and everything seems like ordinary life. After walking around and enjoying it, the man asks an angel, "Can I take a peek at what hell looks like, even if just for a moment?" The angel replies, "Sure, let's go." They arrive in hell, and the man notices that everything appears the same as in heaven, but the people seem angry and unhappy. It looks like things are not going well for them. The man asks the angel, "Hell seems similar to heaven, so why are the people so unhappy there?" The angel responds, "Because they believe life is better in heaven." One day, Albert Einstein was teaching his class and wrote on the board, 9 try 1, Sark 9, 9 2, Sark 18, 9 3, Soccer 27, and continued up to 9 10, Soccer 91. The class laughed because Einstein made a mistake. The correct answer for 9 10 is 9 90, not 91. The students started making fun of him. Einstein waited for everyone to quiet down and said, despite solving many problems correctly, no one congratulated me. But when I made one mistake, everyone laughed. This shows that even if a person is successful, society will focus on even the smallest mistake. Remember, mistakes are part of the process. As Einstein once said, the only person who never makes a mistake is someone who does nothing. A man entered a pet store and saw a python snake. The snake was beautiful and the man bought the snake. After some time, they became best friends. They ate together, spent time together, and slept together. One day, the man noticed that his friend's snake was not eating anything and was getting skinnier. The man was worried for his snake's health and took him to a doctor. The doctor asked him, "What happened?" The man replied, "My pet snake looks skinnier than usual and I am worried for his health." The doctor looked at the snake and ran some tests on him, but everything seemed to be okay. Then another doctor came and was told about what had happened. He looked at the snake and suddenly he screamed at the man, "You have to get rid of him." "Why?" asked the man. The doctor said, "This snake is getting ready to eat you." Every day, a hardworking man would give his son a gold coin. The father told him, "Take this, son, and try to save a lot of coin." The son carelessly threw the coins into the river. The father saw this, but didn't say anything. The son didn't work and lived in his father's house. One day, the father told his neighbors, "If my son asks for money, don't give him anything." Later that day, he called his son and said, "Go work and earn money yourself." The son went to his neighbors to ask for money, but they gave him nothing. Finally, he decided to find a job. All day, he worked as a farmer, carrying heavy boxes and working under the hot sun. At the end of the day, he earned only one coin and came back to his father. He was surprised when his father said, "Great, son, now go and throw the coin into the river." The son replied, "No, father, I worked so hard to earn it, I can't throw it into the river." His father responded, "How many times have I given you the same coin and you carelessly threw it into the river? Do you think it was easy to earn that coin?" One day, a wealthy father took his son on a trip to a village to show him how poor people live. They spent time at a poor family's farm. On their return, the father asked his son, "How was the trip?" The son replied, "It was great, Dad." The father then asked, "Did you see how poor people live? So, tell me, what did you learn from the trip?" The son answered, "We have one dog, they have four. We have a pool, they have river. We have lights at night, they have star. We buy food, they grow there. We have walls to protect us, they have friends. We watch television, they spend time with family and relatives." The boy's father was left speechless. Then his son added, "Thanks, Dad, for showing me how poor we are." Two brothers were walking in a park. The younger brother was happy and had a small piece of chocolate in his pocket. He said to his older brother, "Let's share this chocolate," and gave him half. Suddenly, the older brother said, "Wait for me here, I will come back soon," and left. The younger brother sat on a bench waiting. Time passed and he became hungry. He called for his brother, but there was no answer. So the younger brother started walking home. On the way, he passed by a restaurant and saw his older brother inside, eating. He approached him and asked, "Why didn't you invite me to eat with you?" The older brother, upset, said, "Because I don't have enough money for both of us." The younger brother was shocked and with tears in his eyes said, "You are a fake brother. A real brother would share everything he has." A farmer regularly sold butter to a baker. One day, the baker decided to weigh the butter to see if he was getting the exact amount he paid for. He found out that he wasn't, so he took the farmer to court. The judge asked the farmer if he had a way to measure the butter. The farmer replied, "Your Honor, I'm a simple man. I don't have a proper measure, but I do have a scale." The judge then asked, "How do you weigh the butter?" The farmer answered, "Your Honor, before the baker started buying butter from me, I have been buying bread from him. Every day when the baker brings the bread, I put it on the scale and give him the same weight in butter. If anyone is to be blamed, it's the baker." The moral of the story: in life you get what you give. Don't try to cheat others. A father gave his young son a bike for his birthday. The little boy showed the bike to his friends, but they laughed and said, "This bike is so old and ugly." The boy, in tears, went to his father and said, "My friends told me my bike is old and ugly." The father then said, "Okay, take this bike and try to sell it for $500. The boy went to a store and said, "I am selling this bike," but no one wanted to buy it. Just as the boy was about to leave, a man approached and asked, "What's the price for this bike?" $500, the boy replied. The man took a closer look at the bike and was shocked. "Why are you selling this bike for so cheap?" he asked. The boy explained, "My friends told me it's old and ugly, so I want to sell it fast." The man then said, "Your friends are wrong. This type of bike is the last one left in the world, and I am willing to buy it for $1 million. A little girl had a serious illness and was in the hospital. Her older brother visited her every day. One day he brought her a teddy bear. She asked, "Will the teddy bear watch over me when you leave?" He replied with a smile, "Yes, he will always be with you." The next day her brother brought candy. The little girl asked, "I love candy. Are there any in heaven?" With tears her brother said, "There are a lot of them there, but you'll eat them here with me." She thanked him and said, "I love you, big brother." The next morning her brother came to visit but found her bed empty. The doctor told him, "Your sister passed away last night. She asked me to give you this note." In tears the brother read the note. It said, "I knew I was going to heaven, but I stayed strong and brave because of you. Thank you for everything. Teddy bear and I will take care of you." A man and a woman got married, and after the wedding, the woman moved into the house with her husband's mother. After a year, the woman could no longer tolerate her mother-in-law and decided to get rid of her. She went to a store and asked to buy poison. The store owner asked why she needed poison, and she replied, "I can't live with my husband's mother anymore. She hates me." The owner said, "Okay, I will help. I will give you a poison that works slowly so no one will suspect poison. But to avoid suspicion, you must stop being angry, become patient, and learn to respect her." She agreed, bought the poison, and started adding it to her mother-in-law's food. She also learned to control her emotions and treat her with respect. As the mother-in-law noticed the woman's change, she began to love her. Eventually, the woman went back to the store owner and begged, "Please save her from the poison I gave." The owner smiled and said, "Don't worry, I didn't give you poison. It was just orange juice. The real poison was in your mind."